everybody. I decided to do a little video, just a bit of a review for the exam tomorrow. No different than what's actually posted in the exam review, but I'm just going to talk about it a little bit. So I had said that this exam is comprehensive, okay? And because it has to be a comprehensive exam, what we really mean by that is it includes all topics throughout the course. That being said, the essay questions, the short essay questions, are just on what I haven't already tested before. Okay, so the chapters we covered, it's not a lot of content in this course compared to some other courses like accounting or whatever. There's not a whole lot of content. Okay, so we started at chapter 8, that was unit 1. So chapter 8 is at performance management, performance appraisals, those types of things. So what I've done is I've organized the testing by chapters or by topics. So chapter 8, performance management in your book, there's just 10 matching. Okay, so it's either going to be a definition or a phrase, and then you match up a term with it. Okay, the terms will be listed, the definitions or what have you. So that's what it's going to be for chapter 8. The same for chapter 9. So chapter 9, compensation management. Okay, so again, just some definitions matching. Okay, chapter 10 is employee benefits. That one's a little bit different. It's still a matching, but what you need to do is you're going to need to identify, I'll list a benefit, and you will have to identify whether it's a voluntary benefit or a mandatory benefit. Okay, so study that. That's chapter 10 in your unit online notes. Study that as well. Okay, so chapter 11 is managing employee relations, and that's matching as well. Okay, so again, 10 definitions or 10 terms or phrases, match it up. Okay, so chapter 12 is occupational health and safety, the health and safety chapter. That's true or false. So again, when you get those questions, it will only be on that chapter, and it will be true and false. Okay, so that's what we covered already on unit 1 and unit 2 term tests. So on your previous questions, you had true and false, multiple choice, and a few essay questions. So all you have on those chapters there are going to be those matching or the true or false. Okay, so what you haven't been tested on at all yet is unit 7 and unit 8. So that's really the chapter 13 is actually a union management framework, and I think unit 8 is just on HR metrics or maybe trends or something like that. So there's also going to be 10 matching questions on chapter 13, okay, from your book. Okay, so the only short essay questions that are going to be there, similar to what was on term test 1 and 2, is you're going to have to complete 3 of 5 questions given, and that's going to be from units 7 and 8, which is chapter 13 in the book, and any online notes for units 7 and 8. So it's just 3 of 5 questions worth 5% each. Okay, so the only other one question on the exam is a mandatory comprehensive question, and there's no real focus to say focus on this chapter or this unit or whatever. I've already kind of given you the question. The thing is, for any of these essay questions, I've given them to you. The short essay questions are going to be the questions exactly the same from your study guide, unit 7 or 8. So it's a matter of doing 4 or 5 questions, knowing that they're going to be there, or preparing to be able to do them on your own in a test. So the mandatory question, so the major course topics, I've listed the 6 of those in the course. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to be prepared to write about one of those major topics. And generally the question will be, so what has changed in this area? Or talk about HR. Like I'm just randomly going to say like employee benefits and services. So in the last 3-4 years, has it changed? Okay, so just talk about like HR, so what employees may be demanding, or what benefits HR departments or organizations need to be offering. Okay, so again, think about the last 3 or 4 years, because we've had a lot of changes. Some of them have been driven by COVID, which ultimately was a trickle effect, like the whole, say, work from home thing, benefits, occupational health and safety. So these things have been somewhat what impacted, but don't let the whole focus be on COVID and how that kind of impacted it. Yeah, so be prepared. Okay, like I said, I've said in my emails, I'm not out to trick. If this is what's going to be on it, this is what's going to be on it. Okay. Um, the exam is 7 to 9. You've got 2 hours to write it. Plenty of time. Okay. Um, so no one's going to actually run out of time in doing it. So that's kind of the organization. I redid this final this year. Sometimes I'll just retweak from other years. I kind of like what I've done here better, and I think students will as well. So when you go to your chapters, I always tell students this, and this is the same for all courses. Any true and false multiple choice type of questions, we're given a test bank of questions, okay, that comes with the test bank. They're properly written, unlike, say, if we had to write true or false ourselves as instructors, we may not be able to write them so that they be valid or whatever. So therefore, focus on your textbook. For the bulk of this test, focus on the textbook for your studying. Okay, I would take, in regards to my matching, I would take my chapters, I would read the key, if there's key terms at the end of the units online, I would look at what's bolded in the chapters. And yeah, it's not like, it's really a matter of just study. Simple as that. And like I said, there's like 6 chapters in the whole book, which is not a whole lot. They're not even really long chapters. Take your time when you're reading through the questions. You can always go back through them again. Same with the essay questions. Just take your time. Um, yeah, like I said, there's lots of time there. Just like I said, follow the guide. Use the time that's actually given. And yeah. Anyway, just thought I would do this just as an addition, even though hopefully everyone started to study by now. Okay, good luck to everybody.